Hey, Dave. How's your day, man? How's your day been? Right on. Bolo buddies. Yeah, I haven't. I used to have her. I must not have her notifications turned on. I got a bunch of them turned off or something. I used to watch her all the time. That's cool. It's a good one to be on. That's fun. I was gonna go run with my puppies. I figured I need to play. I need to practice a little bit on the guitar. So I figured I might as well come on and play at the same time, huh? Let's share this on Facebook real quick. Boom. So what you got? What are you gonna be talking about tonight on Bolo Buddies? Just chit chatting. Anything specific, or throw up the link if you want. I don't know if I have you as. I don't know if I can do it from here. Bo's ready to go run. He's not happy. If the sun refused to shine. She's a great lady. Bolo Buddy? Yeah. Yeah, she's cool. She's one of those people you can tell it's just she's who she is and she's not trying to be anything different. My bolos, and then she invites the chat to share bolos. That's right. That's right. I remember that show. Yeah, I like that. It's the Bolo show. That's right. I'm doing good, Jonathan. Thanks for joining. Appreciate you. I just got on here to chit chat, play a little guitar. I'm trying to learn "Thank You" by Led Zeppelin right now. Gosh, he sold his soul at level. If the sun refused to shine. Cool. Thanks. Thanks, Dave. Appreciate it. How's your day, Jonathan? What'd you do today? Working? Are you a full-time reseller? West Side. How's it going, man? I put my notifications on for you, but I haven't got any. Have you had any auctions recently? I don't know what's going on with my YouTube. I I I did a little thing where I did a playoff of Tombstone, and I did a Hamyo Huckleberry, and I had my crossbow, and I pointed at the screen, and even though I didn't have an arrow in it or anything, I don't think they liked it much. I think they kind of buried me for a couple of months. So I think I got a bunch of stuff unsubscribed and or the notifications turned off and things. So I need to go back through and make sure. I think they're messing with me. I don't know. I've done so many auctions. I can't. I don't need. I'm sourced to the gill. I'm actually getting my auction license this week. I may have to wait till next week, but then I'll start running auctions on mine because I got so much stuff. I just need people that join, or else there's no auctions. Might be some good auctions for Gary though. What's wrong, baby? What's wrong? Hey, stop. Right on. Cora. Hold on a second. My dogs are going nuts. Guys, what is going on? Thanks a lot, Gary. I appreciate that. It's gonna be hard to get going at first, you know. I'm only gonna get 15, 25 people in my live sometimes. Extreme unboxing. Oh, really? Interesting. Like who? Probably Rally Roots or something. It's weird how you see how the transition of everybody, like once you get big enough, you stop kind of reselling. And then that's weird. They basically do that whole wholesale and then like teaching people stuff now, I guess. Hey, Twistina, thanks for joining. Finding any good deals around town? Okay, yeah, Gary. Yeah, I'm sure that's probably true. I'll have to promote my lives a day before, and make sure I get it out there and well known. But I can't just go live like I am now. That's a good point. I do Instagram and stuff like that enough, but I don't know how to promote it good. So thanks, I appreciate it. Boxing, interesting. Walter Blake. Walter Blake. I know that name. I don't know which one he is. Rally Roots. I watched them at the very beginning. It was that one. It's funny because I think Commonwealth Picker. There was someone else that's really big. I'm not big. But there's someone else that was big. That was their first episode. Was the first one I saw was when Rally Roots got the police called on them because they sold something that was stolen or whatever. And that video blew up. That's what blew them up, and that's how I found the whole community. And I think the first person I started watching was Raking Profits, and of course he's just telling you to go on Amazon and sign up and start doing FBA, and you're going to make so much money. You just have to go scan a million books. They forgot to tell you that only 1% of them are worth it. So it's like how much. Even if something's worth $80, if you have to scan 80 books to get $80, like no. And that led me to Cincinnati Picker. Oh, I think I watched Reezy Resells. I think I watched him for a little bit too. Realized I'm like, I don't want to do shoes. No, not really. I mean, I might do a little bit. And then I found Cincinnati Picker. I'm like, this is okay. Now I can do this because I was already doing my own cards and all that. But I wanted to do more, and I wanted to know what to get at garage sales. And then there's Cincinnati Picker, and then Shed Flips. I'm like, yes. And then Part-Time Picker, and then Part-Time Picker told me about Commonwealth Picker. I'm like, oh, those four are just. I've made so much money because of those four. I mean, it's crazy. Thanks for joining, Nicky T. My death pile is stupid. I actually called my flea market, told him to give me another booth. I'm gonna have to call my antique mall and get another booth at Antique Mall because I mean I have so much Dale Earnhardt Senior stuff now. I almost have one booth just for that stuff. It's crazy. I need to put that video out. But the video is it's gonna take so much video editing. It's a pain in the butt, but I need to do it because it's epic. I got a freaking Dale Earnhardt Senior attire off of one of his race cars and the certificate of authentication. I'm like, huh? I couldn't believe that day. What a crazy day. I wish I would have had my GoPro. I just got my GoPro, and I just ordered. It came in, I think, my strap for my backpack, so I'll be able to go to my garage sales and be able to make it look a little better because I'm like holding it over here, down here. It's not. You need it up so you can kind of look down. It's better view. Hey, Harry, what up, brother? How you been? Did you just get off work? I just came in on to chit chat and play a little guitar. I've been practicing this. It's hard. Try it. Paint your eyes black as night now. Yeah, Midwest is live tonight. Try to click on his live and make sure you set yourself a uh, time or a reminder and check him out tonight. He's going on Bolo Buddies. That's always fun. She's always good with her people too. Makes it easier, more fun. She kind of makes it about them. Some people, you go live and it's about the person that's doing the interview, and it's like, I thought you were bringing them on. You find any good deals, Harry? I found some good marketplace deals. I found some good Mercari. I've gotten some good stuff on Mercari that I'm going to end up reselling back on eBay. I've gotten some good deals. I kind of do that same thing. I do, like, you search for something you know you want, and then you put newly listed, and you can snipe a lot of good stuff that's coming in. They don't know what they got, because there's a lot of people that just don't, they're not going to comp. They don't even know how to comp stuff. They're just assuming, you have some people that have a $50 Wii and they bundle and they're pricing it at $220, and then some people come in with $150 worth of Wii stuff and games, and they're only pricing it for $55. It's crazy. So you can, if you know what the market is for something, it's kind of nice to check that newly listed. I do that on eBay. I snipe a lot of stuff. When I was doing Patrick Mahomes stuff, a lot of that stuff I got was because I would just sit there, especially middle of the day, because there's not a lot of people looking for Mahomes car, anything like that during the middle of the day. So in the middle of the day, I'm just pushing newly listed, and I was sniping stuff because people didn't know what they had. And Mahomes was becoming so much better so quick that the market couldn't keep up with him anyway. And it's like Zion, if you were trying to get Zion stuff, there's going to be some people that just don't know what they're doing. So you're just constantly waiting for it, or, you can do a lot of different things, but I think everybody kind of sees how that whole Zion thing is like, the market is just plummeted because at first it's really hot because no one has the cards, but they know they're out there. And then all of a sudden everybody has the cards because they broke so many. So then the product water gets watered down so bad that you can probably find lots of him right now, that are fairly cheap because the people that wanted the card kind of have it now too. And so it happens real fast. And I knew that one was really hyped. And until he does anything, it's not going to go up, or it's just going to go down, if anything. So that's why I always say, sell that stuff quickly if you can. I just have a rule of thumb where football is a lot of bad attitudes and injuries. That's not a good combo for collecting and trying to invest money into that kind of. It's not good. Basketball, a lot of bad attitudes. So something happened there. And baseball seems to have a lot less of those things happen. When they do have an injury, it's Tommy John. They come back in a year and a half, and a lot of times they're sometimes better. So they're within 90%. It might take longer to get it, but that's I don't know. When it comes to football, almost anybody, the only thing you invest in football is quarterbacks. Otherwise, no one invests anything in anything else. So if there's only 30 guys anybody's possibly investing in, and most likely it's only about 10 of those 30 that are even worth crap. So, I mean, that's why baseball seems to be a better, the only thing about baseball is pitchers are kind of like the same deal. Pitchers aren't worth much until they become a Hall of Famer. So there's a lot of insides of all that. Hey, what's up, James? Puff, puff, you. Got a couple of Wii balance boards, but I don't have a way to test them. I just plug it in. There's a little light. If that thing comes on, just put in the listing, say the light comes on. I assume it works, but I can't say it works. Most of the time, I don't think they will mind. It's just that shipping. Make sure you comp it on someone else's that's shipped it and see how much because it's like 6 pounds or something, and that's a pain. And I've got 2 of them. That's why I haven't even done it. but they're making good money right now. Those are still making money, so you might do it. That's why I kind of want. I'm going to put mine in my booth because it's going to cost someone $15 to ship it to them. So I'm not going to charge much more than 15. So I could probably get 20 in my booth. Don't mind if I do. I got a bunch of, I think a bunch of hats came in from Mercari, and I got a Wii system that I got really cheap. Someone put a bundle up, a bunch of games, and I got it really cheap. I know I can make all that money back on the console, and the games are going to be all just gravy on top. It poured down rain today. It was so weird. Like the weather forecasters are not very good this time of year around here because there's a big plateau in Springfield. So sometimes the rain will come here and just goes around us. Well, today was supposed to be 95, like 105 heat index. It was like one of the highest. That's the hottest it's been all year. This is supposed to be the hottest day. I've been calling for it for like 5 or 6 days. And about 10 o'clock, it poured down rain. It's been cold like all day. It's been like one of the coolest days we've had in the last month and a half. And we finally got some rain, and they weren't calling for rain at all either. So it's like, it's fine now though. It's starting to get hot at 6 o'clock or whatever it is. It's just weird. I mean, we needed that rain so bad. It was really getting toasty out there. Yeah, just make sure you get that shipping right because you might end up owing some if you're not careful. Because that thing weighs. I probably could weigh it. I bet it weighs 8 pounds. That thing's heavy. Yeah, I love the cool weather. I went back and started mowing, even though it was raining wet, because it's just so nice. And the yards are so dry, it doesn't really matter. It's not gonna. Yeah, usually it's hotter by now. Here, it's usually 95. It's usually been 95 4 or 5 times by now at least, and this was the first time it was supposed to be. So we've had a really cool year for us in Missouri. It's been the rainiest year I think we've ever had in Missouri too, since the beginning of the year. At one point we had like 30 inches, and that's been a month ago. You're up in Michigan, is that right, Callie? Can't remember now. It's nice up there. I need to check out garage sales. I bet it's gonna be a really big garage sale week. Last week was crazy. There's so many of them. I didn't find much, but Western Michigan for 2 weeks. Mm. Yeah, Kansas. I don't know why anybody lives there. It's in the summer. It's 100 to 105. In the spring, they get tornadoes, terrible storms, and in the winter, they get terrible snowstorms. Like, why would anybody live in Kansas? I don't. Oklahoma, Nebraska, like, yeah, crazy. Missouri's bad enough. Oh, that's cool. It's nice that you can hang out with the granddaughters. That's super awesome. I have my nephews are a couple 100 miles away. I can't ever get up there, and they're so busy with being kids, being boys that they're just gonna get busier. Yeah, you're down in Georgia, Nikki. Well, I remember when I went to Atlanta when I was a kid. I was like, "Whoa, well, this is different." We thought it was humid in Missouri, you know. And I'll never forget. It was I guess resellers would understand. Nike. I had my Nike Solo high tops, all white. I think they had gray outlines or something like that back in 1990, 91 or something like that. And I went to Georgia on vacation, and we went and played ball. And those white Nikes were orange really fast. And I realized real quick why no one in Georgia wore white shoes. You know, we didn't have red clay everywhere here. It's all black dirt, so it don't stain. So I ruined my shoes after a day. And they never, I don't think they look pink forever. Kansas, it's cheap. Yeah, that's true. They have some tax. It better be, but a lot of but if you go there too, if you live and you try to own a house, like they make you have to, they make you put a well because so you can water your grass. There's all kinds of stupid regulations. It's almost like the whole state's a HOA, and so there's always something that equals it out. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Can't imagine. Louisiana, yeah, probably getting all that Gulf. Good old Georgia Clay. The coolest thing about Atlanta, I've talked to people from Atlanta and they've never heard of it, but Stone Mountain, that was one of the coolest things I've ever been to, honestly. And it's amazing because I've talked to people from Atlanta and they're like, Stone Mountain, what are you talking about? I'm like, you don't know what Stone Mountain is? It's right there. But it's so much better than Mount Rushmore. Like how good he did it, I thought. And then just think that big, huge piece of granite is just sitting there. Like, where did this come from? Thing's huge, and you got to take a ski lift to the top. It's fascinating. It's just, and it's a cool because it's a scene. It's an actual scene, and I'm sure the scene is not um, politically correct anymore. I guess I don't know. Good old Georgia Clay. Yeah, Stone Mountain is just so cool. And yeah, yeah, I camped there. Yeah, I wanted to, of course, I wanted to go to the top, and mom's like, mm. She don't even swim, so hiking to the top of that. Yeah, yeah, man. One of these days, maybe I'll do it. Take my dogs. Yeah, I've been to Germany. I've been to Italy. I've been to Athens, Greece. I've been to Turkey. But I still think United States can't beat it. Can't beat United States because you can go anywhere. It's like every state's its own separate country and separate place that has. Uh, like Missouri is amazing. People don't understand how amazing Missouri is. We have so many awesome rivers and lakes here in Missouri and Arkansas. You don't need to travel places. You just go to Missouri and it's cheap to live here, cheap to play here. So um, born in Germany. I love Germany. I see why all the Germans settled in Missouri because it's just like Missouri. Lots of trees, same climate, a little hilly, but not too bad. Lots of rivers and um, lots of wildlife. So, um, yeah, I love Germany. German people are so nice. It reminded me of being in the 80s. When I was a kid, I lived out in the country in the 80s. You drive by people and they just wave at you. And if they didn't know you, it didn't matter. They might know you and they're just being nice. And that's how Germany was when I was there in 2007. Everybody was just, hey, how's it going? Like, hi, I almost forgot how different we are now. And it's just weird how things have changed a lot here in the last 30, 40 years and by our own choices of how we do things. But it was neat seeing German people eating their food. Oh, food was so awesome. And you never saw anybody that was overweight in Germany ever. It was weird. And they ate big meals. Everybody's like, oh, yeah, but they don't eat big meals. I'm like, yeah, they do. It was deep fried too. Like it was pan fried in lard, but they didn't eat healthy and like, oh, well, they walk around all the time. I'm like, no, not really. I mean, they do, but they don't have to, and they drive. They drive. They're not walking around. They don't eat Twinkies, for a meal. Big difference. You can eat animal fat. It's not that bad for you. That's cool. Dad was military. Yeah. Dancing fool. Oh yeah. I love dancing. I love singing. I like it all. Germany in the '80s. Boy, I bet that was a blast. Germany in the '80s. Huh. So you went? Did you go to Munich? Did you go down to the beer gardens and do the whole? I was there for 2 days of the um, Oktoberfest. It was awesome. They were the best beer I ever had. That's for sure. Um, People were bringing up their personal stash from their basement. Here's mine. Like, what? $5 for a huge jug of it. Like, good night. It was the best beer ever. 89.90. Yeah. The last day I was in Germany, I think been there for 2.5 weeks, and looking for presents. You, you figure you might as well buy your Christmas presents for your people your family while you're there. It's a good way to do both, kind of knock out two things. And I struggle with some things, and like some of the things I really wanted, I saw at the beginning, and I couldn't go back to go get them. And I found a flea market, it was more like an antique. It's kind of a mix between like an antique mall and a flea market mall. And so they had basically off stuff, and I bought so much stuff, all that pewter I could find. I mean, I bought so many of these like little pewter like shot glasses that are so intricate. Like they look like I may have one close. Well, anyway, um, and they were like $2 or $3. I'm like, dang, I wish I would have found this a long time ago. I would have saved a lot of money. But Germany was wonderful. Netherlands, it wasn't that great. The people weren't as they're all right. The food wasn't the best. The best Mexican food I ever had was in the Netherlands, which makes absolutely no sense. And she was like 7 months pregnant, running the place by herself. It was crazy. 2,000-year anniversary. Wow, that's wow. It is weird to think about how young we are as a nation. Things like that, you're just like, yeah, we're still just an idea. Hopefully, we can. I've got a bunch of stuff to list. I have a bunch of cards I need to get going. I've kind of just let sit there. I got some good deals. Need to turn and burn. I got a few that I'm going to send in grade, but all the other ones I'm just going to. As I say, isn't that about when the wall came down? He had a piece of it. No way! Wow, that's pretty impressive. I remember that when I was a kid, and yeah, that was a big deal. You know, that's definitely Reagan's legacy there. Um, yeah, what was it Gorbachev break down that wall? What does he say? Whatever it was, that was pretty cool. So you had a piece of it, you don't have it anymore, huh? Did you lose it or sell it? Ding, ding. I need to soothe my GoPro accessories. Let's get my backpack strap in case I have any weekend garage sales. Yeah. Huh, I don't like that. I bought 2 straps just in case because I thought I wouldn't like that one. Yeah, I guess I can wear this on my chest. No, it's just my head. this one's better. Actual clip. Okay. Yeah, that'll work. Get that on my backpack. Set it in there. Yeah. Sweet. I can run with it now. That GoPro 8, it's that quality. That video is quite good quality. I mean, talking about Bush Daddy. Lost the piece. Oh, yeah, I understand. Man, I remember that day and seeing those people just pounding on that wall. I got some hat here. Might as well see what I got. This is one of those This is one of those sight unseen. It was a Mercari listing, and it had it like this, and it said DeKalb, and it said K products, but it didn't show the front. It just showed that and the K products part, and it's pretty nice. I'll take it. Made in Iowa. Man, that's cool though, and it's got the American flag. If I remember right, this was like $15. I got that cheap. Might keep that one. The Cobb. These go quick on eBay. Score Mercari. I like, that's what I'm learning about Mercari. I like shopping on there. It's easier to shop. So that's what I'm realizing is I want to sell on there because it's easier to shop. It's more like Facebook, it's more like you're scrolling through and looking at pictures. They have the right picture. So I've realized too, our community is really good about having good pictures. Well, we're going to stand out on Mercari even more than even eBay, I think, because yeah, so I don't know. I'm liking Mercari so far. So I'm gonna throw up a bunch of listings on Mercari this week. That's gonna be my focus. And if I start selling stuff on Mercari pretty quick, I'm gonna start doing cross lists. I might get list perfectly and just go all at it. I've listed a few things on Mercari already. And they were Patrick Mahomes stuff, and I listed them the same price on eBay. The stuff on eBay went quicker. So that's why I didn't go with Mercari, because I wasn't getting as many hits. But that's been a few months, so I'm just going to try again, try different things, and see how it goes. But yeah, the listing's easy too. I mean, it's easier than eBay, that's for sure. But they just don't have as many people, and plus, selling globally. If eBay didn't sell globally, they'd be screwed. If Mercari goes global, they might screw eBay, because I don't know. Like eBay's first thing was auctions. Well, if you're a smart seller, you don't run auctions very often unless you need money, because you're usually going to get 75 to 80% of what you want. And if you're a smart reseller, you're going to start the starting bid kind of high because you don't want to get screwed. So the auctions aren't even that great a deal on eBay anymore. So that's not very much of a separator. People don't want to wait around for an auction, wait till that time. And so it just doesn't, like me, I set a timer, but no one's like me. So I set a timer so I don't miss out if I really want something. Other people are just like, oh yeah, I forgot. Well, it doesn't help if you're a seller and a lot of people are doing that. So I'm not a big fan. And I just kind of like Mercari's kind of simple, I like how it sends you a text and says, hey, your stuff's delivered. Um, I've had a lot of people. I've sent out a lot of offers, and I've only had I think I've only one out of 20 offers has been declined. That's crazy. I was pretty surprised about that. And the first one declined was today, and and every time the offer was like 20% off of what they said. So I'm liking it so far. We'll see. it's nice just to have something different, something else, and just in case of, because eBay. I mean, shoot, like not too long ago, eBay messed up probably 2 weeks worth of my listings, and they put free shipping on everything. Well, good thing a few of them were just baseball cards because it's only 274 or 284 or whatever. But there was a couple of them. It was a lot of money, and I'm like, I can't. They just took all my profit because of a glitch. I'm like, that's kind of stuff that eats at you when you're selling all the time and you just lost profit and time to do all that just because they didn't get it right. Because I know I had it right. I never put free shipping. Um, the only time I ever put free shipping is if I have it so figured in it that, and even then, I just don't. Most people aren't really. If they filter enough free, they want free shipping. They probably want my stuff anyway. Because I sell collectibles. I'm not selling stuff to just barely get past someone else kind of deal. Like I'm not Amazon. I have stuff that people are like, oh, I want that, and they don't care about shipping because it's still going to be reasonable enough. But I don't know. I think Mercari, and that's what I realized. I was trying to think why is Mercari becoming more popular? When I started buying stuff, I realized because it's easier to buy, way easier. It's almost like I'm on Facebook. I'm getting more pictures, and it's just the pictures of what I want to see. It's not all that. eBay's got all that crap all around what you're trying to look at, and you could barely even find. They're not even very good at selling what they want to sell. They're trying to get you to buy everything else around it, or pay attention to all the other crap. I guess I don't know, but eBay better watch out. They're uh, uh, even if Mercari doesn't get it right, it's still like you can tell if someone does, they can wipe out eBay. I hope someone kind of pushed them a little bit because there's a lot of things too that are watered down. I have got there's been a lot of things that I've got more money for in my flea market booth that set on eBay forever and didn't sell. And there's been some things I've sold for more money in my flea market booth than was on eBay. Um, because there's comparison pricing. So, as a seller, sometimes that it sucks because there's so many people selling one thing and they're like, oh, well, so it pushes it down so much that you can't sell it for that anything more. You know what I mean? But when you have it in a flea market booth, they know they can take it home that day. They'll pay a little bit more for it sometimes. You know, I sell a lot of DVDs because I'm this is what I assume because I have an indoor flea market booth. This one, and they go in there with 20, 30 bucks. If they don't find much, they see 2 or 3 DVDs they want. They take that home and have a night where they watch a bunch of DVDs. And there's a lot of them that aren't on streaming services anymore, and that you might you watch over and over again. So I I basically have a price point of like if I can get DVDs for under 50 cents, I buy them because I sell them for $2, just like I'm Goodwill. I treat my flea market booth like it's Goodwill, almost same prices. And I sell my video games for more. And they sell my video games there, and that's what I was telling you, before the shutdown. My video games were selling better in my flea market booth than on eBay, way more. Like Wii games wouldn't sell at all on eBay. You couldn't get them to sell, except for Wii Sports would still sell back in the day, but it wasn't going for 25 bucks like it is now. Um, but I could sell them in my booth for $5 all day. Even the Wii Fit, and it was a big joke. You couldn't sell Wii Fit at all. And now they sell pretty good. So anyway, it's just funny how you know different platforms and see and like I like my flea market booth because it does cost amount of money per month, but my like the flea market booth is a little bit more expensive than an antique, and it's $90 a month. But you think right now I've got about 500 things. Well, I've got about 300 things in there listed. So you think about what it would cost for 300 listings on eBay. It's going to cost you some money. To have that stuff stored somewhere, it's going to cost you some money. So they're storing it for me. And if they pay cash, there's no PayPal fee. It's just the 10%, and no returns. I'm not trying to get away with anything. I don't have to worry about having to someone it didn't fit. The shirt didn't fit. the shoes didn't fit. They should try it on, and they don't like it, then too bad. So it's kind of nice in a way. Um, there's some benefits to it, and I always make my money. And like one thing I really like. Hey, what's up, Sam? Hey, Joe. And one thing I really like. Um, I understand, Sam. You got your hands full. Um, what was I going to say now? Shoot. Um, oh, what I do is I go to Dollar Tree. I buy up stuff for $1 and sell it for $5 in my booth all day long. I buy those dollar puzzles, those Disney like Frozen, especially in Toy Story. Buy those for $1. And what's great about Dollar Tree? There's no stickers. There's no dollar sign like Dollar General or anything. It's just the product. And so, and I think a lot of people sell that stuff on Amazon. I would, but you're going to go $4, $3 at a time or whatever. But for in my booth, it's nice because I can just go in there and list it, and I'm making $4 each time almost, 350, and $3 after fees. So it ends up paying my rent for me. Just going to Dollar Tree every once in a while, and picking up some stuff to sell that are just toys that doesn't take any sourcing time. It's just I know I can go get it. So that's kind of my staple stuff. And I buy dollar baseball card packs, dollar Pokemon packs, and I lot those up and sell those for double because they don't know they're there. So I make a lot of my money back on just Dollar Tree. Basically pays my rent, and then all the other stuff's just where I'm making my good money. So how's it going, Joe? Find any good deals this week? I'm stalling. I need to be going running. My dogs are not happy. They're ready to go. I need to do a live with someone else and do a collaboration sometime. A lot more fun to do a live with someone else. My buddy Road Warrior Reseller, he's got a new job, so he's going to be getting some free time. So we're going to go start doing our lives again. That's going to be a lot of fun. Me and him, best buddies since 6th grade, so it's an easy dynamic with us. Um, but yeah, I'm honestly thinking about Christmas. Everything I'm doing right now is like I'm just gonna start building my store for Christmas because I don't need the money like right now since I mow and everything. So, and I've got so much inventory. I'm just like building, and I put in for another flea market booth. So I'm gonna have 2 open ones, 4 glass showcases, and then 1 open one in my antique mall, and then 1 big, huge glass showcase. So I'm gonna put a lot of stuff on sale that are in there already, and then restock. And I got some good stuff. A lot of it from that Storage Legends auctions. Gosh, I got some good stuff in them. I got 1,000 Pokemon cards for like $80 one day, and I can lot those out and just packs and sell them for good money in my antique mall booths. It's crazy. What's for dinner? Me, I eat the same. I'm the most boring. I yeah. I eat veggies and eggs and usually veggie omelets. I stopped eating crap, and then when I stopped eating crap, I can't eat it anymore. It's kind of frustrating. My body like rejects it. It kind of sucks. And if something you never think about, like I can't eat cheese. Um, Sugar just about kills me. When I feel like I'm drunk, like my body just starts. I don't know. It's weird. Shouldn't have taken myself away from it so long, I guess. I got so many dope hats right now. I can't wait. I'm gonna start selling them. I got my Grailed account. I'm gonna start listing on Grailed. But I got some cherries in there that we're gonna get some good money for. It's just gonna be fun to flip, see what happens, and reinvest that right back into some new hats. Those 17 trucker hats or railroad trucker hats I got today. I put out that video today for $50. I should make. I should have 15 left to sell after those two I sell. I should make $50. And I gave him my card, and he said he's going to call me. He said I think he said he had 100 more of them. I'm like, excuse me, give me a call. we'll, we'll hook that up. And I think he said he had more stuff too, of other things. So that's good. I might have a guy, and that's the thing too. You put yourself out there, and I've got a lot of consignment stuff. People just sent me like, hey, you sell it, give me 50-50. And which I found there's one problem there is, since you're not making as much, you don't send. It's not as much of a priority because you already have stuff to list. So if you do consignment, list it right away. Otherwise, it'll sit there for a while, worse than a death pile. Yeah, I got some. What did I get? Oh, I got this the other day. He was asking 15, and I already bought a bunch of stuff from him, and so I just gave him 15. Honestly, it was one of those things that it's Port Austin, Michigan. Mays Brothers tools, but this is still usable. It still works. The level, and it works. Both of them work. And this got the stamp Mays on the back, Port Austin, Michigan. You could tell this is from 50s through 70. And this was someone's work tool that he counted on this thing. So I thought it was cool. $15. I'll probably put it in my antique mall for. I'll probably put it $39.95. But I kind of like these kind of things. It kind of draws people in. Like, ooh, that's cool. I was thinking my dad. Levels were so important. I mean, so important. But I'd already made so much money off that guy. I almost felt bad, so I just paid the money because I got some good stuff from that guy. Well, I guess I'm gonna jump off here. Thanks for everybody that joined in and chit chatted with me for a bit. I just was kind of come on and play a little guitar and just bored, I guess. But thanks for everybody for joining, and stay tuned.